Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallori in case you are new, and if you are not, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, y'all are awesome. I can't say it enough, and I know y'all are probably gonna get sick of me saying that, but sorry. So if you are new, my name is Mallori. I do true crime videos here on this channel. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you're subscribed. Please do not comment anything negative down below. If you talk any crap or say anything bad about the people that I am mentioning in these videos, I will delete your comment. I like positivity around me. I want this channel, even though it's a missing person and unsolved mysteries channel, I still want it to be positive. I'm trying to share these videos to help bring family closure, so let's just keep it nice. So okay? Today's video is crazy. Abby Lynn Patterson is a 20-year-old who lives in North Carolina. She has brown hair, brown eyes. She's about 5'7" and weighs about 140 pounds. She has a tattoo on her shoulder with 3 small black birds and a pretty decent sized birthmark on the back of her right thigh. Abby recently just graduated from a drug rehabilitation center in Charlotte, North Carolina for opioid use. So Abby recently just graduated that drug rehabilitation class, and good for you, girl, good for you. She then went into a sober living home in Jacksonville, Florida, where she got a job and she was paying her own way in life. So that's awesome. Abby also just got accepted to college to study to become a counselor, and her mother said that Abby wrote in her journal every day praising God for her sobriety and how grateful she was for it. The day before Abby disappeared, her and her family took a trip to Holden Beach, and there she posted a picture of her and her family with a caption that said, "Family is forever." On September 5th, 2015, around 11:30 a.m., Abby told her mom that she was going to go run some errands and she'd be back in about an hour. She walked out of her house onto East 9th Street, and witnesses then said that she got in willingly to a brown Buick sedan. There was no struggle or anything. She opened the door and got in willingly. After about an hour passed and Samantha, Abby's mom, still had not heard from Abby, she became increasingly worried, gave Abby a phone call. Her phone went to voicemail and then became really worried, as I would have, or any mother would have. And she was trying to contact her throughout the day. After all day of not hearing from Abby, she then called 911 at 6 p.m. and she reported her daughter missing. She hadn't made contact with anybody, and her social medias were not logged into or anything either. Authorities were able to locate that person that drove the brown Buick sedan, but they interviewed him and realized that he was an associate of Abby's and was just merely giving her a ride from one location to the other location. They have never specified what that second location was or what this person's name is. At least I haven't been able to find it, but they did clear him as of now. Everything that I can find, they don't think he's a suspect. So I do want to note, because this was in like all the articles that I could find about Abby, was that there had been multiple accounts of women vanishing in the same type of way in that area. So is it a serial killer involved in this, or a coincidence, or some type of predator? Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think. So let's continue, because it gets kind of crazy. Shortly after Abby vanishes, April 18th, 2017, authorities were alerted by some neighbors saying that there was a foul odor coming from this house and they needed them to go over there and check it out. There were 3 remains found just blocks from Abby's last known location. There, when they arrived, it was an old abandoned home at 505 Peachtree Street. Officials went in and they found the body of a naked female wrapped up in a gray blanket, stuffed in an old entertainment center. Horrible. While they were still investigating the home, bystanders noticed that it still smelled really weird. They removed the lid of a garbage can and found remains in there as well. They alerted the authorities, and it was about 50 yards away from where this abandoned house was. There was a female inside, and again, this woman was unclothed, and on the trash can, it had the address painted on it of 504 Peachtree Street. So after this, the news spread like wildfire, and the word got out. And this lady called in about her sister, her older sister, saying that she hasn't heard from her in a while, and she went over to this house to go look for herself. This poor woman frantically got there, described her older sister to the authorities. It described her tattoo that she had, and authorities did confirm that one of the bodies was that of her older sister because the tattoo matched. The remains of one of them was Rhonda Jones. She was 36 years old, a mother to 5 children, and a grandmother to 1. The second set of remains was Christina Bennett. She was 32 years old. Upon discovery of the bodies, autopsies were performed, but oddly enough, the details of those autopsies were not released until a year after, which left those poor families to sit there and wonder and question what happened to their loved one and their daughter and their mother and their grandma for a year. A year! That's freaking torture. Both women's death were ruled, sorry, my dog. Both women's death was ruled undetermined because their bodies were so badly decomposed. Rhonda Jones did have abrasions on her nose, chin, and forehead that they were thinking could have been from the trash can. She also had 2 scratches on her back and a fractured nose. Both women were sadly known to struggle with substance abuse for years, and sadly they did have traces of coke, slang term, in their system, but that was not the cause of death. It was not enough to physically have killed them. It was noted that asphyxiation is not ruled out, and it could have happened because Rhonda's nose was broken or fractured, so it could have been from holding her nose closed. Before the 2 sets of bodies were identified in April 2017, Megan Oxidine, I hope I'm saying that right, she's 28 years old, and she was interviewed on a TV news station regarding the disappearance of her friend Rhonda and the possible discovery of her remains. Megan stated how sweet Rhonda was, how she didn't have any enemies, how she just kind of kept to herself, and how she was a great mother. Shortly after Megan's interview, her remains were discovered on June 3rd, 2017 at 608 East 8th Street. What? It was behind a vacant residence, and her body was partially covered by weeds, tree branches, and roof shingles. She was also nude, just like Christina and Rhonda. They also, officials, placed an autopsy on Megan, and they, for some reason, again, kept the results from the public and from her family, but they did eventually release the results, and she did pass from the same way that Rhonda and Christina died from. They couldn't determine, and they said asphyxiation was not ruled out. Megan also did have a slight bit of as well in her system. But I don't know, I think that's weird. Maybe they put it in their system before they killed these girls. You know, that's just weird. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Sheila, Megan's mom, does believe that Megan knew something about Rhonda and Christina's disappearance and death, and that's why what happened to her happened. Megan was actually attacked a few weeks before she was murdered. She couldn't see the attacker's face, and her mom, Sheila, told her that she should call the police and report it, but Sheila ended up calling officials and reported it on Megan's behalf. Police said that they would let the deputy in charge know, and they actually never ended up getting back to Megan or Sheila. Cynthia Jacobs is another woman that went missing on July 27th, 2017. According to her brother, Cynthia was the last person to see Megan alive. There was a Facebook post on Cynthia's Facebook from Terry Ray, which is Cynthia's sister-in-law, saying that she believes there is a connection between Megan and Cynthia, and stated that Cynthia was the last to see Megan and there had to be a connection between the three, that she was just persistent, that there was a connection in all these cases. Alarmed that the police might have a serial killer on their hands, they did reach out and ask for help from other agencies as well as the FBI to search door to door and ask questions to other people. Those people also saw nothing or heard nothing. So it is to be noted that that neighborhood with the vacant homes that these bodies were found is filled and known to be a DRUG place and a place that would have a lot of prostitutes. The FBI is offering a $30,000 reward on anybody that knows anything about these cases. Abby's family is also putting out $5,000 as a reward, and Mount Air Farms is also putting out $5,000 for a reward for Abby if y'all know anything. Please contact the FBI if you do know anything about any of these cases. This is so crazy. I cannot believe it. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think about this, if you've heard about it. Wow, just wow. Also, if y'all know about Kate Yupp, I've also seen some videos circulating about they think Abby is Kate Yupp. I don't know. You guys, this is bizarre. So again, y'all let me know what y'all think down below. And thank you so much for watching today's video and subscribing. And if you haven't, hello, what are you waiting for? Subscribe already. It's free. And you get to see more of me. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already. It lets you know whenever I upload a video. And like this video so that it helps me out, as well as it helps push my video out there so maybe more people could possibly see this and bring all of these ladies home, or their family could have closure. Whatever the case may be, just that's my goal. I will see y'all in Monday's video. Y'all, again, be kind to everybody you meet. You never know what somebody is going through. And I'll see y'all later. I love y'all. Bye.